By the time we reach our fifth decade, an astonishing transformation has often occurred within our digestive systems that remains largely unacknowledged. Digestive health specialists estimate that approximately 70% of people over 50 carry up to 2 kilograms, 4.4 pounds, of accumulated intestinal waste, a startling burden of compacted matter that gradually accumulates along the 23-foot labyrinth of our intestines. This isn't merely undigested food, but rather a hardened crust of residues that adhere stubbornly to the intestinal walls, sometimes persisting for years or even decades. As this layer thickens, it becomes more than just physical debris. It transforms into a toxic reservoir that continuously releases harmful substances directly into the bloodstream. The consequences extend far beyond occasional digestive discomfort, potentially contributing to systemic inflammation, compromised immunity, and accelerated cellular aging throughout the body. The natural slowing of our digestive system with age creates the perfect environment for this accumulation. After 50, our production of digestive enzymes diminishes significantly, and the rhythmic muscular contractions that move food through our system, known as peristalsis, become weaker and less efficient. This gradual decline explains why so many in this age group experience chronic constipation, persistent bloating, and that uncomfortable sensation of abdominal heaviness after meals. What many don't realize is that these seemingly ordinary age-related changes have far-reaching implications beyond the digestive tract. Our gut contains over 100 million nerve cells, more than the entire spinal cord, forming a complex neural network often called the second brain. This enteric nervous system maintains constant, bidirectional communication with our actual brain, creating an intimate link between gut function and mental state. When the gut becomes congested with waste, this communication network becomes compromised, potentially manifesting as anxiety, sleep disturbances, chronic fatigue, or low mood. The gut-brain connection becomes even more significant when considering that approximately 95% of serotonin, the neurotransmitter most associated with feelings of well-being and happiness, is actually produced in the digestive tract. When the intestinal environment becomes clogged with old waste and toxins, the production and regulation of this crucial chemical messenger become disrupted. Recent microbiome research reveals that our gut bacteria directly influence serotonin synthesis, and an imbalance in microbial communities, dysbiosis, can significantly impact mood regulation. The emerging concept of the organ-gut microbiota axis describes how our intestinal microbes communicate with distant organs, including the brain, through immune, neural, and endocrine pathways. When this system becomes overwhelmed by toxins from accumulated waste, the consequences resonate throughout both body and mind. Conventional approaches to digestive issues often fall short. Laxatives may offer temporary relief but can create dependency while failing to address the underlying waste accumulation. Expensive probiotic supplements might introduce beneficial bacteria but struggle to establish themselves in a toxic intestinal environment. Restrictive diets provide symptomatic relief but prove challenging to maintain long-term. The pharmaceutical industry profits enormously from this cycle of temporary solutions, creating little incentive to promote accessible, natural approaches that could provide lasting relief without ongoing expense. This economic reality makes the rediscovery of traditional, home-based remedies particularly valuable. They represent knowledge passed down through generations, now increasingly validated by modern nutritional science. The simple yet powerful combination of warm water, lemon, and either olive oil or chia seeds works synergistically to address multiple aspects of intestinal cleansing. Each component brings unique properties that, when combined and timed correctly, create an internal environment conducive to releasing accumulated waste. Warm water serves as the foundational element, not merely as hydration but as a therapeutic agent. When consumed at the ideal temperature, comfortably warm but not hot, it helps relax intestinal muscles, improving motility while assisting in dissolving fatty deposits and softening hardened waste matter. Drinking it before bed is strategic. During sleep, the body shifts energy toward repair and detoxification processes without the competing demand of digesting new food. Proper hydration also counteracts the dehydrating effects of many medications commonly taken by those over 50, which often contribute to constipation and waste accumulation. Lemon acts as a multifaceted detoxifier. Its high citric acid content powerfully stimulates bile production in the liver, a crucial fluid for emulsifying fats and neutralizing toxins. This increased bile flow acts like a natural detergent for the intestinal walls, helping to break down the adhesive properties of accumulated waste. Despite its acidic taste, lemon creates an alkaline effect internally, making the environment less hospitable to harmful bacteria and parasites while supporting beneficial microbes. As a mild diuretic, it supports kidney function in filtering toxins released during intestinal cleansing. The substantial vitamin C content provides antioxidant support during detoxification, bolstering immunity precisely when the body needs to manage potential pathogens liberated from old waste. These properties make lemon far more than flavoring. It becomes an active cleansing agent. Extra virgin olive oil contributes mechanisms distinct from lemon yet equally valuable. Acting as an intestinal lubricant, it eases the passage of stool, particularly important when dislodging hardened waste. Beyond mere lubrication, its polyphenol and antioxidants combat inflammation in the colon lining, reducing the irritation and bloating associated with chronic digestive issues. Perhaps most remarkably, olive oil stimulates gallbladder contraction, ensuring a robust release of bile that helps dissolve the sticky residues adhering to intestinal walls. Its lesser-known ability to bind with certain toxins allows it to act as an absorbent, carrying harmful substances out of the body during elimination. This combination of lubricating, anti-inflammatory, and detoxifying actions makes olive oil a cornerstone of the cleansing process. For those preferring an alternative to olive oil, chia seeds offer equally impressive benefits through different mechanisms. When soaked in liquid, they expand to form a mucilaginous gel that acts as a natural broom, gently scrubbing intestinal walls and collecting debris. This gel also adds significant bulk to stool, stimulating peristalsis through gentle pressure on the colon walls, particularly valuable when natural motility has weakened with age. Nutritionally, chia provides both soluble and insoluble fiber, approximately 10 grams per tablespoon, that feeds beneficial gut bacteria, supporting microbiome restoration. The seeds also deliver anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids that help soothe intestinal irritation, along with minerals like magnesium that support muscle function in the digestive tract. Preparing the mixture correctly maximizes its effectiveness. Using a glass container, not plastic, prevents unwanted chemical interactions, especially important with lemon's acidity. The water should be filtered and warm, about 250 milliliters, 1 cup, enhancing solubility without destroying delicate compounds. Fresh lemon is essential. Bottled juice often contains preservatives or has lost volatile bioactive components through processing. Squeezing half a lemon provides the ideal balance of acidity without irritation. Adding either 1 tablespoon of high-quality, cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil or 1 teaspoon of chia seeds creates the 2 effective variations. If using chia, allowing 5 minutes for gel formation activates its unique properties. Consuming this blend right before bed, at least 3 hours after the last meal, allows uninterrupted overnight action. Consistency proves crucial. Repeating this process for 5 consecutive nights creates cumulative effects that single applications cannot achieve. The cleansing process typically unfolds in distinct phases as the body responds. On the first night, changes may be subtle, perhaps slightly stronger bowel movements in the morning or increased flatulence as the mixture begins stimulating activity and dislodging waste. This initial gas production often signals the beginning of the detoxification process as gut bacteria respond to the changing environment. By the second day, more noticeable changes often emerge in stool color and consistency. Darker or greener waste frequently appears, indicating the release of old bile that had been trapped in the system. Some people observe small, dark fragments in their stool, often the first visible signs of ancient waste detaching from intestinal walls. These changes reflect not just the physical removal of material, but shifts in microbial activity and bile flow. The third night frequently brings more dramatic results. Many individuals pass rubbery or mucus-like material, a substance technically called mucoid plaque, though medical opinions vary on its nature. This elimination typically represents accumulated debris mixed with inflammatory byproducts and biofilm from the intestinal lining. Concurrently, People often report feeling significantly lighter, with reduced abdominal distension and improved mental clarity, effects resulting from both physical decompression and reduced toxic burden. As the cleanse progresses into the fourth day, bowel movements often become more substantial and frequent. The expelled material may contain hardened pellets or stringy filaments resembling old waste matter. These formations suggest the body is releasing substances that may have been lodged in the colon for extended periods, possibly years. This phase underscores the importance of the 5-night protocol. Shorter interventions rarely reach this level of deep cleansing. By the 5th morning, most participants experience substantial improvements in digestive comfort, reduced bloating, more regular elimination, and diminished abdominal heaviness. Beyond these local effects, many report enhanced energy levels and improved mood, reflecting the gut-brain axis's responsiveness to reduced toxic load and improved microbial balance. These systemic benefits highlight how intestinal health influences overall vitality, particularly as we age. The psychological impact of releasing several pounds of accumulated waste should not be underestimated. Many describe a profound sense of physical liberation and renewed well-being that extends far beyond their digestive system. Maintaining these benefits requires thoughtful post-cleanse practices. Continuing with warm lemon water each morning sustains hydration and gentle daily detoxification. Emphasizing fiber-rich foods becomes crucial, not just insoluble fibers that add bulk but soluble fibers that support beneficial bacteria. Chia seeds, flax seeds, legumes, and a rainbow of fruits and vegetables provide this diversity. Recent research highlights resistant starches, found in cooked and cooled potatoes, green bananas, and legumes, as particularly valuable for feeding beneficial gut bacteria while promoting regular elimination. Simultaneously, reducing processed foods and added sugars helps prevent the sticky residues that contribute to future waste accumulation. This dietary approach aligns with emerging understanding of how long-term eating patterns shape the gut microbiome and influence intestinal health. The wisdom behind this cleanse resonates with current scientific understanding of gut health. While mainstream medicine sometimes questions the concept of mucoid plaque, research confirms that chronic inflammation and poor motility can indeed lead to abnormal mucus accumulation and waste adherence in the colon. Historical precedents like Mesopotamian beer made from bread scraps remind us that traditional cultures often found value in ingredients modern society discards, applying fermentation to enhance nutrition and digestibility. Contemporary initiatives combating food waste, like toast ale brewed with surplus bread, echo this ancient wisdom, recognizing that what we once considered waste often contains untapped value. Applying this perspective internally, releasing what no longer serves us to make space for vitality, forms the philosophical core of intestinal cleansing. Safety considerations remain paramount. While generally safe for healthy individuals, those with existing medical conditions, especially heart disease, kidney impairment, or gastrointestinal disorders like diverticulitis, should consult a healthcare provider before beginning any cleanse. Potential side effects like mild cramping or increased bowel movements typically resolve quickly but warrant attention if severe. The Food and Drug Administration does not regulate colon cleanses, making informed self-education essential. This natural approach contrasts sharply with commercial detox products that may contain harsh laxatives or unverified ingredients. By using whole food ingredients and respecting the body's natural rhythms, this method supports the body's innate detoxification systems without creating dependency. The broader implications of maintaining intestinal health become clearer as research advances. Studies now link gut microbiome diversity not only to digestion but to metabolic health, immune function, and even neurological well-being. The discovery that low microbial gene count correlates with increased inflammatory conditions underscores why supporting gut ecology matters profoundly as we age. Simple, consistent practices, like the morning lemon water ritual or incorporating chia seeds into daily meals, can sustain the benefits achieved during the intensive 5-night cleanse. These habits align with global traditions that value digestive health as foundational to overall wellness. From Ayurvedic practices to Mediterranean dietary patterns rich in olive oil and fiber. Embracing this approach represents more than addressing a physical concern. It signifies a shift toward proactive self-care using accessible, natural means. In a healthcare landscape increasingly dominated by expensive interventions and pharmaceutical solutions, the power of simple ingredients to effect meaningful change feels almost revolutionary. The psychological liberation that accompanies physical cleansing, releasing not just waste but accumulated worry about health and vitality, can be transformative. As we navigate the complexities of aging, such accessible tools become invaluable, empowering us to take tangible steps toward well-being without dependence on external systems. This blend of tradition and modern understanding offers a pathway to renewed vitality that honors both scientific insight and ancestral wisdom, proving that sometimes the most powerful solutions emerge not from laboratories but from the wisdom of generations and the simplicity of nature's pharmacy.